Fair fight, question mark. Welcome back, guys, to Power Book 2, Season 2, Episode 9. And we are getting stuck straight into this. We've got the return immediately of about 20 characters. You've got Ray Ray, you've got Proctor, you've got the now confirmed dead Kerry Milgram. Damn it, you've got Keisha. So many returning dead characters, and it is insane to think. You also get Kanan. You've just so many characters that Tariq got killed in his watch. And he has a dream, and it's kind of like Lauren comes in. He's like, "Oh, you can't go in there." Like the classroom was to resemble all these people that he'd got killed, and he doesn't let Lauren go. So will he save Lauren this episode? We'll have to wait and see, because there's some pretty big revelations here. Tate's in speaking with his brother. His brother reveals that there's a witness, but she keeps changing her story about the fact that there was two people there. So that's not looking particularly good for the murder there of Jabari Reynolds. We then cut to Dante and Monet. Looks like they're now living together. I mean, what's going to happen with Monet? I'm not too sure. But Kane managed to get himself promoted here by Dante. Kane is then told to put his arm out, but Dante doesn't cut his hand off, which you almost thought for a second he did. So he's just became Dante's bitch here. But obviously Lorenzo, he's not taking things well. He's kind of destroyed the upstairs bathroom. He's found that all the product's gone, and the re-up ain't going to happen. So he sends Drew and Diana off to find the fucking stolen gear. Tariq then comes good on his leverage that Tate wants over Sweeney. He delivers the blackface photo. We don't get to see the photo, but you know what? It's actually kind of funny. So we'll probably pick for a comedic reveal later down the line. But Tate defends Tariq, stays true to his word. Looks like this case is going to get thrown out, but he kind of throws his brother under the bus, which isn't exactly ideal. We then have Seek talking to Dante. It's good seeing these two talk, but I don't think Dante's going to be around much longer, so you better let go of that. Absolutely. But Seek then tells them both as they're sitting down, he's like, you know what? Once I get drafted, I'm away, and I don't want anybody to follow me. And I feel sorry for Seek. I mean, it's a groundbreaking lie. It is. You know, it's completely made him fall apart, man. An absolute disaster, to say the least. But then, like, kind of out of nowhere, they're desperate to try and pin Tariq to these murders. So Trace and Hayden get brought in, and Trace just lands him in it. He says, "Yeah, I know Kane, and it was Officer Ramirez that pulled us over that night." And it turns out on his dash cam it was Trace and Hayden that got pulled over, and also reveals that Kane kidnapped these two and made them sell drugs. So at this point, I don't see how these two can get out of this situation. It looks like Trace is now going to be admitting to this. He's going to be testifying. So I think Trace will die probably next episode. Because guess what, troops? He didn't die this episode. So the Westons are kind of been backed into a corner. Tariq then tells the main guy, "Hayden, you Braden, sir, you got to lay low, bruh. But also, you've got to get Lauren out of here." But at this point, we also have Diana using Tariq's feelings for her to get the QR code that gets her into all the drugs, and then her and Drew steal them and give them back to Lorenzo. So Lorenzo, I mean, honestly, at the start of this episode, did I think for a split second this was going to happen? Absolutely not. And then during Seek's press conference, he announces that he's going to be leaving New York. And they're like, "Oh, is this due to your family?" Then it's announced via Bleacher Report that he's probably lied about his age. And then his coach tells him, "You won't be seeing fucking Sacramento, kid, if this is true." So it looks like Lorenzo's leaked this to the press. We then have like a drive-by shooting on Lorenzo, Dante, Monet, and Seek. Was this Lorenzo? No, it looked more like the BSK crew, so I'm not too sure about that regard. Effie then meets up with Kane, tells her all she knows about the fact that Lauren wore a wire, and that incriminating evidence is pretty bad. But what's Braden going to do? What is he going to do? We're not too really sure, but the game plan is for Dante and Monet is that they're going to put the family on their private jet and get them out of there. But it turns out this is like Dante's like plan this entire time. Almost a bit weird that this was his plan the entire time. But anyway, I digress. Not here to talk about that at the end of the day. But Kane phones Monet and then tells them all about the stuff that's going on. And then she's like, "Hold on a minute. This sounds like a guy I might know. Send us a picture." And it turns out, yeah, it's mental this reveal's coming out now. Kane figures out, holy shit, Dante, so you're Seek's dad. And yeah, big massive reveals here. So big reveals back to back. Crazy stuff going on. Braden then picks up Lauren and heads out. But as this is going on, Dante's over to get the bag back with all the passports and shit in it. And Tariq confronts him, but then Davis actually tells Tariq that Dante is like the biggest snitch in the Western Hemisphere, and it's like, what? That came out of nowhere. Tariq then uses this leverage against him, which I thought was kind of unique there. But for this guy to be a snitch, almost like, my estimation of Dante drastically went down here, and then he like reveals to Tariq that he's actually the one snitched on Lobos and brought him down. I'm like, Lobos? Oh ho ho, that Lobos. So he kind of thanks Tariq. He's like, you and your dad and Tommy dealt with that problem, and that made me a happy man. It was good hearing like Tommy and Ghost get name dropped again. But who is this guy? Could this guy flee and end up in Chicago for Power Book 4? I'm not too sure, but he spares Tariq because Tariq uses the leverage that he's a snitch on him. Braden looks like he's going to kill Lauren. I never thought he was going to kill Lauren. Effie then turns up and takes Lauren herself. But again, I don't think Effie's killed Lauren here. I think that's the reality. Doubt she's killed her. We then have like the entire crew. We've got Lorenzo basically getting his death wish here because you've got Dante, Monet and Kane agreeing to kill him. But I think there's going to be a switcheroo. It's set up for quite a big finale. Like last season's finale felt massive as well. And you know what? It's like sometimes the show ain't perfect. I do think Par, more often than not, delivers on its finales. Like, it's got great finales, so much happening. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Fair Fight. I will give it a fair review of 7 out of 10. And until next time, leave your thoughts down below. Big Stevie Cool will be back very soon on Fog Entertainment for the Season 2 finale.